for being willing to take some time to answer my many questions.
Yeah, no problem.
If you first introduce yourself and just tell us a bit about what you do with Fume and the company.
Yeah. My name is Josiah. I am the visual marketing director for Fume. So I do photography, a little bit of videography with Jaren. I do the social media, I keep care of the website, do all the design work. So that's my main role.
How did you get involved and how did that start?
Yeah, so I actually did 2 years of schooling for media. So that's kind of where my skill set comes from. Yeah, so then I got connected with Jaren and Janae. I've been long-time friends with them. And so when I was kind of part of coming up with the product and coming up with the company and stuff. And so, I kind of just fit kind of really well into that role. So I took it on and, so we're here now. So.
Yeah. So what does a typical day look like for you? Or do you not have a typical day?
No, I do. I usually I'm kind of just sitting at a computer, keeping up with designing stuff. There's lots of stuff kind of cycling through. So, it's usually creating new graphics for upcoming emails or upcoming promotions or that kind of thing, and then keeping up with social media stuff. I help out a little bit with the customer service stuff too, so I kind of dabble in that a little bit when I'm needed in that area. That's kind of what my day usually looks like. And then I guess general management stuff too, because I'm part of the ownership group, so
Yeah. And so you are doing media, and what are the when you're creating a newsletter or an email to send out, why could you tell me about why the importance of having something that to look good, for instance, when you're sending it out to customers? Does it?
Yeah, so I guess for me, I mean, I probably have a little bit more of a artistic bent, so I'd be more, I guess I'd see more detail and stuff, so I might over analyze things, but I guess I think it's important to have good looking graphics, because it kind of sets you apart from other companies, and so if you're just kind of throwing up whatever, it's not gonna be as professional, I guess, and so to give a good image for the company, I think it's important to have that well put together graphics and promotionals.
If you had any advice for anyone in regards to making newsletters or sort of being the face, I guess, of a company, do you have anything you would like to any advice or things you've learned that you found challenging or exciting while you've been doing this?
Yeah, I think a big thing is getting feedback from people. Because you can think something looks good or it's good enough, but I think often it's really important to get the opinions of other people, like the viewer, or other people that are within the company, just so that so you're not just putting out exactly what you want necessarily, but you're getting the ideas of other people around you and the ideas of the customers themselves. That'd be a big thing for me, that I would really encourage people to work on, would be getting feedback from those people around them, within the company, and also the people that are receiving the promotional or the images, right?
No, of course. And for anyone starting their own business, do you have any like little sparks of inspiration or anything that you would like to share? If not, that's fine too.
Yeah, I guess one thing I would like to kind of share would be more just pursue what you're you're going for, because failure builds you. Like I've created 2 other companies, and both of them didn't really work out. But this one, I was doing it part-time before, and then I was like, to make this actually work, I'm gonna commit to this, put everything into it, see if it works, give it the time, and if it doesn't pan out, whatever, I'll try something else. But yeah, just like being okay with failing maybe a couple times, and just realizing that, yeah, if you actually want to achieve something, you have to put in the effort, and you have to work on it, and grind and make it happen. So
what do you think was from the other 2 companies, what do you think is different from this one now that seems to be doing well? Why do you think your other 2 companies that you tried didn't work, or what did you learn from those ones?
Yeah, I guess probably the biggest things would be like I went through the process of trying to do all that stuff with the other companies, creating different pieces of media or whatever. But I think the difference here is I've learned all the stuff from the last 2, right? And so I can put those failures and those things that I learned into this, and yeah, I guess it'd be kind of a maturity thing, learning what works, what doesn't, and just knowing after all those different things that didn't work, and taking them into here and just playing around with it. And it's still a learning thing for me. Like I'm still trying to learn what works here too. But I think a lot of the stuff that I learned in those other companies would be, just bringing them over here and learning from those things.
So ultimately, some of the things, do you think you could have learned just by listening to a podcast, or do you think you would have essentially only learned by trying it and failing?
Yeah, I think there's definitely an aspect of trial and error to different, like to business and stuff. Like, yeah, it's not going to be the same for everybody. And so I think you can pull in the advice from podcasts or going to seminars or those kind of things. But I think there's also a very big aspect of just trying stuff for yourself and just learning from experience as well. Because everybody's business is going to be different. And there's going to be different failures that happen within that. And so I think a big part would be just learning on the go, and taking what comes at you and learning from that. So and a lot in regards to education, and just there's you can go to school and you can learn, and you can also now do a lot of online learning by yourself. Do you think one is better than the other, or in regards to even having done the education with media, how much has that helped you in what you're doing now in regards to what you learned on your own? I guess I think it for myself, like it's going to be different for other people, but I definitely have had, like I've had the formal education, and I've also pursued my own education online and through videos and all that kind of stuff. And so there's definitely positives to both, but I think there's definitely a big advantage to being in a classroom setting, just because getting the feedback from those people around you is a big part of growing in your media skills. And I think like just if you're doing it on your own, I'd say pursue finding somebody that you can get feedback from that's also maybe learning at the same time as you, and just bouncing ideas off of people, because I think that's a very large part of the learning process, especially in media, and refining kind of maybe your style or your eye for it, is getting other people to look in on it and say, hey, you could tweak this a little bit,
right,
or whatever, right? So I think both are very positive, but I'd say make sure you're getting a balance of feedback as well when you're learning it.
Yeah, very good. I totally agree with that, actually. Well, thank you so much for your time. I'm really excited to, see, what you're going to do next with this company. Thank you very much, Joe.